Hello, beautiful souls. It's Kerry, and I'm doing a 4 card oracle. I'm going to start with the White Angel Oracle, and we have restored health and healing. So, if you've been going through a bit of a rough patch, we've got the green feather angels here bringing health and healing. So, just remember you're not just a physical body, you're connected to the spirit world where the angels are and where there are master healers. So, you can pray for healing. If you're struggling, you can pray for healing. And also one good positive thing to do, this is not medical advice, so don't anyone sue me if it doesn't work, but this principle of affirming your health. I'm healthy, I'm wealthy, I'm wise. Okay, so now we have the energy deck, and I've got attachment. So attachment is something that we do as infants. We attach to a primary caregiver, but we can attach to anything. We can attach to anyone. And some poor children who don't have secure parents may just really struggle with attachment. They may become avoidant as adults in terms of not being able to trust relationships. So perhaps the healing that's required here, because we're telling a little story with these cards, so it gives me an opportunity. The cards are just tools, right? They don't define our lives, our future. They are conversation starters. So perhaps some of the health and healing that's needed is connected to issues around attachment. So maybe your needs weren't met as a child, and so you're avoidant, and so there are things going on in the body. Judge not, that you not be judged. That is the loving words of Jesus' message today, and that's Matthew 7:1. And so you might want to look up perhaps one of those books that tells you, Louise Hay, You Can Heal Your Life is one of them, and there's also another one by Ines Siegel, The Secret Language of Your Body, I think it's called. So attachment issues can result in particular types of illnesses, and I'm no expert on that, but have a look and see what comes to you. If you do a little bit of research, there are similar types of personality traits in people who develop particular physical conditions, like say the anorexic can be a person who is very perfectionist, and that's not a complete slur or diagnosis over anyone who's in that situation. We can't kind of discriminate. We can't kind of go, all people who've got that are this way. But we can make generalizations which may be helpful. And we have from the Mother Mary deck, we have Our Lady who prevents interference. So sometimes when we talk about attachment, we can also have entities that attach. Now, an entity cannot attach. We're talking about the spirit body or the astral body, the energetic etheric body. They cannot attach if the vibration isn't matched. So when, say for example, if someone has childhood trauma, perhaps they never had their needs met the way that they needed to have them met. Perhaps they're in internal pain. Have you ever felt that? This just a constant internal pain, which you can't even understand what it's like to feel in a state where you're not feeling like that. And it's usually a sign of just deep internal wounding. And it can just be to do with your circumstances as a child. You know, sometimes children are born and their parents die and they end up in orphanages, or they end up not being with someone who truly loves them. So we can't judge parents. Look, we don't control the whole world. People just end up in circumstances. So this story today is about attachment and Our Lady who prevents interference. No fear shall prevent your forward movement. No obstruction shall overcome your destiny. Her love for you is more powerful than any sabotage or confusion. You can bear witness to darkness in your mind and the world around you, and then bring your attention back to your peaceful sanctuary within her heart. And that can be within your heart too, if your heart is aligned with love and light. Stay true to your path while you trust in your sacred purpose and her protection. All right, darlings, I hope you found that helpful. So, look, I prayed my way back from, I'll just say, back from the gates of hell. So I know that it's possible. I know that when you have nothing to rely on apart from your faith and your belief and you trust, and then you call out to the spirit realms, call out, as Jesus would say, to your Heavenly Father, and also to your Heavenly Mother, because Mary was here in the physical form. She brought forth Jesus in a human form as an infant and then raised him, and then she has passed over into the world of spirit and still can assist us from beyond in the spiritual realms. So Our Lady who prevents interference, and that's her there. All right, so restored health and healing, Our Lady who prevents interference, attachment. So if you're feeling like there's entities around you, or you're feeling like you're falling into the same situation time and time again, pray. I was born in Ireland, and we're told from infancy that we have a guardian angel assigned to us at birth, and that guardian angel watches over us every step of our life. They can't intervene and they can't change the course of our destiny, but they're there to make sure that we are protected. So call upon the spirit realms, ask for angels to surround you, visualize yourself inside a suit of armor made of white light, and send your troubles to the foot of the cross or through the violet flame of Saint Germain back to the foot of the cross, and ask Archangel Michael to surround you with a legion of angels to protect you every moment of your life. And do the same for your children. If you pray over your children, then they will receive the protection that you pray and summon on their behalf. All right, darlings. And of course, judge not lest you be judged. So we are not in a position to judge anyone, and we must have love in our heart for ourselves and for others, and our lives will be much more fulfilling and beneficial to those around us than if we are a person who judges and condemns. All right, darlings, hope you found that useful. Take care and follow for more.